So friends, today I'm going to share with you 3 pure monsoon recipes. So the first one is this aluchi bhaji. Where these alu leaves you get only in the rainy season. And this is the one which you can make the bhaji with, not the vadis. I will be sharing the vadi recipe also with you. So I've washed the stems, the leaves really well, and I've separated the stems from the leaf. And let's see what other ingredients are there. So here I have 1/4 cup of chana dal, 1/4 cup of raw peanuts, 1 small tamarind that I've soaked in 1/4 cup of water, 1 green chili cut fine, and this is some dry coconut that I've just cut up into thin strips like this. Now this is some gur or jaggery and 10 cashew nuts, and this is 1/4 cup of gram flour or besan. Now before you touch these leaves also, you need to oil your hands, otherwise you'll get this itchy feeling on your hands. Now I'm going to first peel the stem. We are going to use the stem also in this recipe. So just using a regular potato peeler, just take off the thick stem. Now these leaves you get only in the monsoons, and when you're buying it from the vegetable vendor, tell them you want this for the bhaji. I will also be sharing the alu vadi recipe, which is a big favorite at my home, and we just wait when the monsoons will start and we get this lovely alu leaves. So those leaves are for the vadi. So when you're buying leaves to make the alu vadi, you have to specify to the vendor, okay, I want these leaves. Now once I've peeled off the peel with the potato peeler, I'm just going to cut this stem into small pieces like this. Don't forget to oil your hands, guys, otherwise you're going to get this awesome itching feeling, which is, it doesn't go for a day or two. Now I'm going to fold the leaves like this and chop them very fine like this. Now you must eat, whatever is in season, like how our ancestors did. It's really very, very healthy. And alu is also very rich in iron, if I'm not mistaken. So chop the leaves really fine like this. And keep oiling your hands in intervals, because your hand will dry up, the oil will get dried up. So just keep oiling your hands in intervals. You can use your cooking oil, you can use olive oil, you can use coconut oil. Basically, we don't want the itchy feeling to get transferred from the leaves to your hands. That is why we are doing that. So here I've heated 1 tablespoon of oil in a pressure cooker or a pressure pan. I'm going to be cooking this in a pressure pan. Now once the oil is hot, I'm just going to add all of the chopped leaves and the stems to the oil and fry them in the oil for a little while. Now I'm going to add these raw peanuts that I just soaked in some water for about half an hour. And I'm going to add this chana dal also, which I had soaked in some water. So mix everything really nicely. This is a very, very delicious recipe. If you've never tried this, then do get your hands on this, on these leaves and make this recipe. So I'm adding the green chilies, I'm adding the coconut strips, and I'm adding these cashew nuts. Mix everything really well together. And now I'm just going to add about 1 cup of water. Now I'm using this steel vati, which is equal to, a cup. So you can either go by the vati or you can go by the cup. So now I'm going to pressure cook this on a high flame for 4 whistles. And let the pan cool after those 4 whistles for about 15 minutes. Once all the pressure is, out of the pan, just open the pan like this. And now I'm just going to use the back of a spoon and just mash everything well together, the leaves especially, and a little bit of the peanuts and the cashew. Just mix everything nicely together, mash everything nicely together. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more of water, about 1.5 cup of water. Now put the flame on And we're just going to mix everything nicely together and cook this because we want a little bit of gravy. And now I'm going to add this besan or chickpea flour as a thickening agent and mix this all very well together. So you can see now the minute I added the chickpea flour, it's got this thick consistency. So let it cook a while. Now we're going to add salt to taste. And I'm going to add this gur or jaggery. You can also add sugar if you do not use gur on a regular basis. Basically, it just balances out the taste. And we're going to add this tamarind pulp. So this is a little bit of a, first put a little bit only, and then you can see, how much more you want to alter the taste, how much more sweetness you want or sourness you want. So basically this dish has a sweet element, a sour element, a little bit of a spice element. So it's just a very well balanced recipe. So now since everything is mixed really nicely together and the leaves have been cooked really well, we're going to turn off the heat, and now I'm going to add a tadka or a fodni. So I've just taken 1.5 tablespoons of oil. You can also use ghee. And once the oil is hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohri or rai, 2 dried red chilies which I've just cut up into half. Let the chilies fry well. Then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of hinga or asafoetida, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Let everything fry nicely together. And now you're just going to pour this lovely tadka all over the bhaji. Guys, you have to make this recipe. So go to the market today, get the leaves, get the right leaves if you want to make this bhaji. Remember, you have to ask for the bhaji leaves and not the vadi leaves. And the vendors, they know exactly which leaves to give you. So just specify that. And you can have this with some lovely bhakri. It's just amazing. And then just garnish it with some more cashew nuts. This is Akshata from Akshatasrecipes. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you a very traditional recipe, Maharashtrian recipe called ambadichi bhaji. It's called Gongura leaves in English. Now this is a very simple recipe, but what elevates it to another level is the tadka or the fodni, which is made up of some sliced garlic and some cut up dried red chilies. It just brings it to another level. Now this ambadichi bhaji goes very well with some bhakri or some poi, bell icon. So every time I upload a new video, you will get notified about the update. And do give this video a big like if you did like this recipe. And share my recipes with family and friends. And go to Akshatasrecipes and check out all the different recipes I've put up there. So without much further ado, friends, let's just jump straight ahead into the recipe. Well, these are the ambadi or gongura leaves. I've soaked them in some salt water for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now I've given them a thorough wash in clean water. We're going to transfer this into a pressure pan, add a little bit of water, and we're going to cook this on 1 whistle on high and for 5 minutes on low flame. Then once it's cooled down, we're going to transfer it into another separate vessel. Now we're going to heat some oil in a pan. Also, I've soaked about 1 tablespoon of peanuts and 1 tablespoon of gram dal. Now we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohri or rai, followed by 1 teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder. Let the mustard seeds start to splutter. Now we're going to add the peanuts and the gram dal, or the chana dal as you call it. We have to soak that for 15 minutes. Now we're going to add a little bit of hing or asafoetida, about half a teaspoon. Then goes in our soaked peanuts and our soaked gram dal or chana dal. Now we are going to add, you can add as much of peanuts or as much of chana dal as you like. Now we're going to put in the blanched ambadi leaves or the cooked ambadi leaves. Again, it's a dark green leafy vegetable, so it's full of iron and very, very healthy. It's called Gongura leaves in English. So you're going to nicely smash up the leaves so it becomes a kind of a puree. Again, this recipe is being shown by my mother-in-law, Mrs. Vandana R. Sahasrabuddhe. You are going to see a lot of traditional recipes shown by Ai. So if you all really want to see some more recipes, please give this video a big thumbs up. That will really inspire and encourage Ai to show more and more recipes. She's already very happy with the feedback that she has got on all the recipes that she has shown till date. The modak, the nivagriya, everything else. Okay, now we're going to spice it up a little. We're going to add about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. So you can add as per your taste. A little bit of goda masala. This is homemade goda masala. I will leave a link of how we made this masala at home in my description box below. Now some salt. Now Ai says you can add some gur or some sugar if you want a little bit of a sweetish taste to the dish, because this ambadi leaves, they are sour. They are a little on the ambat side. So if you want that sweet and sour flavor, you can add gur. Here we are not adding gur, but it does, Ai says you can add it and it does give a lovely flavor too. So if you're adding gur, you can add as per taste, or I think about 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon according to how sweet you would want this vegetable to be. Now we're going to add a little bit of water because we have to cook the dal, the gram dal that is there, otherwise it will leave a raw taste. So we're going to add about half a cup of water, and then again we're going to close the pressure pan and cook it for about just 1 whistle on high. So here Ai is adding some water. Give it a good stir. The peanuts and the gram dal or the chana dal adds an amazing flavor to this ambadichi bhaji. So now we're going to close the pan and pressure cook for just 1 whistle on high, and then turn off the gas flame. It gets ready because the ambadi is already cooked. It's just that we want to get everything well integrated together. So now we have turned off the flame and the ambadi is cooling down. Now we're going to prepare the most important part of this dish, which makes it really, really interesting, which is the tadka or the fodni. So here I have some oil heating up. Ai has added half a teaspoon of jeera, half a teaspoon of hing, a little bit of halad, maybe 1/4 teaspoon of halad. Let all of this splutter, a little more hing. And we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of very finely chopped garlic. This is a must for ambadi bhaji. I mean, it just elevates the dish to another level. And Ai has taken about 3 dried red chilies and cut them up into small pieces. So we're going to add that too. And we're going to really fry this till everything becomes, crispy and brown. Of course, remember your flame has to be very, very slow. And you have to watch the dish. Now we're adding a little bit of salt too. And you're going to fry this really well till the garlic or the lasoon and the chili becomes really very crispy. We say kurkurit in Marathi. I mean, you can actually make out this, how it should be. It should be very kurkurit or very crispy. So when you bite on it, it actually gives you a crunch. This makes the dish so very interesting that, anybody will want to eat this once you put that garlic tadka on the top. It just brings an amazing flavor to this ambadichi bhaji. It goes very well with some bhakri, and the ambadi bhaji, you can keep it like a gravy type, or you can make it a little on the thicker side. It all depends on how you like it. If you want it to be a little on the pattar side, you add keep the water, add a little more water, so you get a kind of a gravy. So now our cooker has cooled down. So we're just giving it a good mix. The gas flame is off. And now Ai says that she wants to just dry up the gravy a bit. She wants it more on the thicker side. If you want, you can just keep it at this consistency too. So we're just going to make it a little thick to the water or the liquid starts drying up. So we're going to stir that a little bit. Now if you all prepare this ambadichi bhaji or this gongura leaves in a different way, please do leave your recipe in the comments box below. I would love to see how you all prepare it. These are real traditional and healthy recipes, and I think we should try and inculcate this into our diet too. And even the peanuts and the chana dal, the gram dal, everything really makes the dish so very tasty. It's a very simple dish, yet it is so delicious. Sometimes the simplest of dishes give us the most pleasure and happiness when you eat. So friends, don't forget to go and check out all the other traditional Maharashtrian dishes that I have on my channel, and I'll be coming up with so much more. I mean, every day Ai tells me, Akshata, go and get this vegetable, we'll show this. So even she has really become very enthusiastic about showing you all the recipes. If you all want to see any special recipe, Maharashtrian recipe, please leave your comments in the comment box below. Maybe something that you remember from your childhood, of your grandmother or some aunt or somebody preparing it, and you want to get your hands on that recipe the traditional way. Please leave your comments in the comment box below. I'll definitely ask my mother-in-law if she knows how to prepare it, and I will definitely show it on my channel too. These are really our Indian treasures that we have in our cuisine. I mean, such a simple leaf, and you elevate it to such a beautiful dish. So now we just stirred up all the liquid. I said we keep it dry. You can keep the liquid like I said, and now it's time to serve. So you just take how much ever you want in a bowl. Take the peanuts and the gram dal, which is now cooked. And the most delicious part of it is the tadka, which you just pour on top. And here I'm serving it with some garam poris or chapatis. And that's it, friends, the ambadichi bhaji, and that is the amazing garlic and chili tadka. So I hope you enjoyed this lovely recipe. Well, friends, we're going to start by preparing the leaves of this aru or Colocasia. So give them a thorough wash and cut off the stems of these leaves and then pat them dry with a clean, dry kitchen napkin. Now for each of the rolls, we'll be using about 4 to 5 leaves depending on their size. If they're smaller, then we'll use more. And now come the rest of the ingredients. Here for one roll, I'm going to be using 5 of the leaves, 1 cup of chickpea flour or besan, 1 tablespoon of rice flour or tanduratsa peat, 1 teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds, 1 lime-sized ball of tamarind, which we're going to soak in 1 glass of warm water. So we're going to squeeze out the tamarind and keep it aside for about 5 to 10 minutes. 2 tablespoons of gur or white jaggery, 2 teaspoons of red chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and some salt to taste, and half a cup of water, which is at room temperature. So in a bowl, we're going to take the chickpea flour as well as the rice flour. To that, we're going to be adding the cumin seeds, the red chili powder, the haldi or the turmeric powder, and the salt to taste. Now we're going to mix all of this, all the dry ingredients well. Now we're going to add the white jaggery or the gur. Now one thing what I like to do is I like to soak the jaggery for about 2 or 3 minutes in some warm water, because then it becomes very easy to crumble it. It has to dissolve in all of this, and then you're going to add the tamarind water. So we have a sour element, a sweet element, a spicy element, a salty element. And then we get a thick paste like this. You can add a little bit of water if required. Basically, this has to be the kind of batter that you prepare when you're making vadas, batata vadas, or bhajis, batata bhaji or kanda bhaji. We want that consistency, a little thicker than that also. Now we're going to apply the paste on the largest leaf, that too on the reverse side of the leaf. Be generous with the paste. If you find that your paste is a little less, then you can make another batch, because it all depends upon the leaf size, as you get it in all different sizes. Now you take the next largest leaf and place it in this manner, that is in the opposite side, again on the reverse of the leaf, and you have it on the opposite side of the first leaf, and again apply this lovely paste to the reverse side of the leaf. So we're going to continue this with the remaining leaves. You can use lesser leaves or more leaves depending on what you prefer and what you like. Now we're going to apply the last smallest leaf and even out the paste. Now we're going to fold in the edge like this, and we are going to apply some paste on this edge too. We're aiming to get either a rectangular type of shape, so it's easier for us to roll this aru roll. Spread it out evenly. And we're going to do the same thing with the other edge too. And we're going to apply this paste there too. And then we're going to start folding or rolling the aru leaves and paste into a lovely roll in this manner. So you're going to start by folding in the top of the leaf like this, and then very gently you're going to roll it into a roll as tight as possible. You might hear the center of the leaf, that is the stem of the leaf, cracking a bit. That's perfectly okay. or the midriff of the leaf cracking. You have to do that in case you need to bend it. Now just seal up the other end and go over that with the roll that you have already made, and then just tightly press it in and push in the sides of the leaf as well. So I'm going to do the same thing with my other leaves that I have. And in this way, I get 2 rolls ready to now be steamed. So I have this steamer. I filled it halfway with water, let it come to a boiling point, put a sieve, put a wet cloth, and then put these rolls. Now we're going to steam this for 5 minutes on high fire and then very low fire for 20 minutes to be exact. Now after waiting for 20 minutes, we're going to take out these rolls from the steamer, put them onto a steel plate or a glass plate, and let them cool down completely. Don't try to cut them up when they are, warm or hot. Let them come down to complete room temperature. Then we're just going to take a very sharp knife and cut as thin slices as possible. You can store away the rest, which you're not going to be frying, and then you're going to shallow fry them or deep fry them till they're nice and golden brown, and drain off the excess oil on a tissue napkin. And you can see that they're so crunchy and crispy, and these go well as a snack with a hot cup of tea. Friends, I hope you liked today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's Recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way, whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you'll get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye, and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.